Hello, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I thought I'd do a video across all the GTA games. And as you can tell by the title and the picture that you're seeing on the screen as I did the intro, these are my top favourite cars from each GTA game. So I've chose one favourite car from each GTA game. Now, I had to have a think about this to see which one could be my favourite car from each game, so either way. So I've had a good think about each car, and I'm going to explain why I like each of the cars. And if you'd like to see more stuff like top favourites or anything across all the GTA games, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And so yeah, I had to have a good think about this, and I'll explain why I love this version of the car. And if you like to see my favourite cars in all GTA games, then be sure to still give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. So either way, these are my top favourite cars from each GTA game. So only one has been picked, so let's get into it. Okay, so we are starting off with GTA 3's Diablo Stallion. And why is it my favourite car? Exactly. So the Diablo Stallion, first of all, it has a really nice paint job. It has a really flamey paint job with a few modifications on the front, and even though it's really fast than the actual Stallion, because normally the actual Stallion is quite slow, but the Diablo Stallion makes it way more faster, and and also the sound of it as well. I really love the sound of the Diablo Stallion, as you can hear as I'm playing the footage. And yes, I'm going to be playing all of the driving footage as well, and the sounds of the cars as we are going along in this video. But yeah, it's really nice and fast, and it's not really that bad, to be honest. You know, it's really nice to handle, and you know, even for a small car, it's really decent. But it's even good for getting around the map as well really quickly, as in this footage I went from Portland to Staunton Island in just like under a minute. But but yeah, I like the Diablo Stallion, and that's my car. Right, moving on to GTA Vice City, we've got the Deluxeo, and now normally this is unlocked when you complete the Sunshine Autos import export. And why do I like this exactly? And obviously the Deluxeo is made in the 80s, and as Vice City is taking place in the 80s, and I've chose the green car. And yes, I'm also going to be showing all the cars as well, as I forgot to mention. And I'm also going to be showing off the classic versions of the trilogy, as many people like the classic versions. But yeah, I like the Deluxeo in Vice City because, and I think, if I believe, it's the fastest car in the game. Because I swear, there's normally a trophy in the definitive edition where, you know, you have to reach top speed in the Deluxeo. So I think this is literally the fastest car in the game. So but yeah, I like the Deluxeo. I like the style of it, and it's very 80s vibe. And so yeah, fastest car in the game, and it's really good for getting around the map, and it's even good in street races as well. As I normally use this in the street races when I go for 100%. Like I do the Sunshine Autos list first, and then I use the list afterwards. But yeah, and so yeah, I like the Deluxeo. It's a really good car. Alright, moving on to San Andreas, we've got the Uranus. Now this car, it is really nice, and I like the paint job as well, as that's literally the paint job I normally go for when I customise this car. So yeah, the San Andreas Uranus is a street car, and it's normally opened after you do the Wang Cars missions. But I will say, it's really fast. I don't know whether it's faster than the Infernus or something, and but either way, it has some really good modifications for it, and it's really good for drifting as well, which I did do a bit of it in this clip, but yeah, also really good for drifting, and if you like street racing type of cars. But yeah, it handles really well as well, and it's not really slidey, and but yeah, but it's really good for driving and drifting as well, as I did some in this clip like I said. But yeah. And also I think in one of the girlfriend dates as well, I think it's Michelle who likes high speed chases. I think this car's normally perfect for it as well, as I think it will increase the date progress as well as you drive fast in this type of car. So yeah, that's the Uranus. Moving on to Liberty City Stories is the Leone Sentinel. Now, first of all, this car is also in GTA 3 as well, but since we're talking about Liberty City Stories here, why is it my favourite car in this game? Well, first of all, it's I like the sound of the Leone Sentinel, and but I will say, it's actually really fast. And I know I'm going to get boring with saying it's really fast, because I think I've chosen the all but as fast, but either way. But not just that. I like the modification from it. It's like the Sentinel XS in Vice City, but and it has the same sound effect as you're driving, and even the name of it as well. Even though this car is also in GTA 3, but the only difference is GTA 3's Mafia Sentinel is grey, and as the name goes by, it is called the Mafia Sentinel in GTA 3. As I like this version better because obviously the Leone Sentinel is like black, and the Leones wear black suits and that, and it has more of a top speed and all that, and the sound of it is just amazing. And so yeah, so I prefer this Sentinel than GTA 3's in this game, as and it's even really shiny as well. I don't know if you can tell, but it's also really shiny as well, which is what I like about it. So yeah, GTA 3 GTA 3 Liberty City Stories. For GTA Vice City Stories, we have got the Saber Turbo, and once again this car is also in GTA 5, but why is it my favourite in Vice City Stories? And first of all, I would like to say the reason why is, first of all, I think the colours on the Saber Turbo is way more nicer, and you have way more options for it than Vice City. Because obviously with Vice City, then even if you want to like change the colour or respray it, you could only you could only just respray it, and it's always the same colour. As with Vice City Stories, you get different options. In this clip, I was going to try and look for the yellow Saber Turbo, which is the Cholo one, but I thought, do you know what, I'll get one from the business and just respray it to whatever colour I want it to be, and just do that for the video. But yeah, I like the Saber Turbo in Vice City Stories more because obviously you can get more colour options, and I think it's also really fast as well. And I need to stop saying really fast, but either way, but I will say it is faster than the one in Vice City, which I do kind of believe. But yeah, you get more options with this one, and also makes the colours really shiny and very different and unique as well. As you know, that stripe that's in front of it, I like the colour on that. Normally in Vice City it's white, but I think in this one it's creamish, I believe. And you can get the white paint job for the stripe as well, but I like the cream stripe more better because it just makes the vehicle more stand out and makes it more 80ish and all that. But yeah, the Saber Turbo Vice City Stories. Alright, and now we're moving on to GTA 4's Sultan RS. And the Sultan RS is my favourite car because, number one, it's really rare, and I know where it normally spawns, and obviously the sound of it is amazing, and it has some really good modifications, and I'm pretty sure, if I believe, it's a racing car as well. Or maybe it's because of the modifications. But yeah, the Sultan RS in GTA 4 has a really nice modification, and it comes with very different colours and multiple options in colours in the when you respray it or something. But normally this does not spawn on the street unless you're driving it, unless you get really lucky. But yeah, I like the Sultan RS because obviously it's really rare, and I think it also makes other street racing cars spawn when you do these when you do the races with it. But either way, still a nice car to have, and to store and drive around the map in it. But yeah, I like the Sultan RS. It's a really decent car. Alright, moving on to the Lost and Damned, we're going to go with the PMP 600. And before you ask, I know this car's also in GTA 4, and same with the Ballad as well. But Either way, I chose the PMP for the Lost and Damned because with the graphics on it, it suits it really well, especially with the black paint job. It goes really well, and but yeah, I like the PMP 600 in the Lost and Damned more because it really makes it stand out perfect. And even for a 4-seater car, it's kind of like a limousine with a spoiler on it. Well, similar thing really, but it is like a limousine a bit. And obviously I wish this car was in GTA 5 or something, but either way I really hope it does. But the PMP 600 only appears in GTA 4, and it's kind of like a limousine and a fast car at the same time. Something like mobsters would normally drive. But yeah, I prefer it in the Lost and Damned because it really suits the vibe and, you know, especially with the graphics as well. So yeah, that's that. And moving on to the Ballad, we have got the Bullet GT. And this is only in the Ballad only, the Bullet GT, as it came with the DLC. But I will say, it actually sounds really nice. But it does seem a bit slidey a bit as you drive it. But either way, it's still a really nice car and it's really fast and still nice to drive it. I think you can drift in it easy as well. And it's really good for like doing some drifting and some races, and I think you could do some races in this car as well. But yeah, I like the Bullet GT in this game, as you can obviously do some drifting. Even I've said that a few times. But either way, it's one of the rarest cars in this game, and obviously you can call Henrique to have it delivered to you instead of having to find it on the street if you wanted to do that. So best to call Henrique to find you a Bullet GT, as that's what I did before I actually made a recording of it. But yeah, I like the Bullet GT in this one. Moving on to GTA 5, we have got the Zentorno. And yes, the Zentorno is my favourite car, because obviously I purchased this car back in 2014 when it came out in the old gen of GT Online. And then it came to the story mode right after it, which is really nice. But yeah, I like the Zentorno, as in it's really got some really good modifications, as I modified it before I recorded it. But yeah, I modified it to the max, and I will say the speed is incredible speed, and it handles really well, in my opinion at least. Especially in this clip right here as I'm driving on the roads and everything. But yeah, and it also has some really good back protection as well. Like if you ever like get into a cop chase or something, or you're doing a mission where you're involved in gunfights, you can use the back of the Zentorno as your protection if you ever want to, as it's really decent. Because obviously it's got no back windows and it's just got the modifications for it. But yeah, the Zentorno is my favourite. And finally, in GT Online, we've got the Calico. I think I've pronounced it correctly, but yeah, the Calico. Now, why the Calico? Now, first of all, this came out with the Auto Shop DLC, whatever that DLC was called, but that's technically where you get like the Auto Shop and that. So this is only a GT Online exclusive vehicle, and I've modified it to the max, and I will say, the speed is incredible, once again, and the turning is actually really quick, especially if you ever like crash or something, or you want to make a turning. This car is really good for turning, like it turns really fast, and especially, I don't know if, I'm not about when it's really fast, if you can do it, but especially when you're driving slow, it really turns really fast. But this is also good in like the new rate with like the tuners races, where like you know, because normally I like doing the tuner races in this car, as I have won some of the races, but I've not won most of the races in them. But yeah, I like the Calico in the races as well, as it's really good for it, and I did win some of them and did come in like the top 4, 3, whatever, and it's really good, the Calico. But yeah, it really turns really well, and especially when you crash as well, and you need to turn really quickly, then it will really turn fast. And even the acceleration's really good as well at the start as well. Like it has really good acceleration when you start driving as well. But yeah, that's the Calico. And that concludes my top list then. So like I said, if you'd like to see more top lists on GTA games, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, as I do like making videos across all GTA games, as I don't just want to focus on like GTA Online stuff and all that, as you know, I've played GTA games over the years, and I like to include, you know, all the GTA games as a normal GTA fan would do. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see more GTA games type of videos, as I really like doing them. But either way, thank you lot for watching, and I shall see you lot in the next one. Take care.